the 71st observance of the National Day of Prayer on Thursday, May 5th. We are privileged to proclaim a day for an essential freedom that we hold dear throughout our county. And it is a longstanding tradition to believe in a higher power that we praise and trust. A National Day of Prayer has been part of our national heritage since it was declared by the First Continental Congress in 1975. Prayer brings people together in the unity of spirit and love. The theme for this year's National Day of Prayer is Exalt the Lord who has established us. It is in this spirit of unity that we encourage leaders and the residents of our communities throughout the county to take this opportunity to enjoy our privilege of prayer and a moment of spiritual enlightenment in whichever way each person prefers. Whether it's part of a group, in the privacy of our own thoughts, in loud musical tones or silence, we raise our voices as one to be grateful, to praise the gifts that we receive, and advocate for peace. To receive the proclamation today, we have the honor of hosting once again Charles Wendler, National Day of Prayer Task Force Coordinator. Mr. Wendler, would you please step forward? And Mr. Macias, would you please read the proclamation?
Mr. Chairman, with your permission, whereas the National Day of Prayer Task Force selected the theme for 2022 as a call to praise in prayer, exalt the Lord who has established us, based on Colossians chapter 2, verses 6 through 7. This is a day that brings people together with a common goal of spiritual unity. And whereas established by Congress in 1952 for the President of the United States to set aside and proclaim a day each year as a national day of prayer on which people across the nation may turn to God in prayer and meditation on your own or in groups. And whereas in 1983, the National Prayer Committee organized the first National Day of Prayer observance at Constitution Hall in Washington, D.C., where Vice President George Bush and Dr. Lloyd Ogilvie addressed the nation, and whereas throughout our nation, everyone is afforded the privilege of prayer and the joy of seeking spiritual guidance, strength, protection, and healing. Whereas the Doña Ana County treasures the freedom to gather in prayer, exercising reliance on a higher power in the face of the many challenges we face as a community, a nation, and the world, we add our voices to those of other communities around the world to pray for peace. And whereas residents of all faiths are encouraged to participate in the National Day of Prayer in quiet and private observance or in groups, adding our voices in mindful reflection to that of a community that is faithful, caring, and generous. Whereas we encourage residents of Doña Ana County to participate in the series of events in the community to mark this day, including the proclamation presentation, prayer, and worship services on Thursday, May 5th at the Doña Ana County Government Center from 10 to 11 and Las Cruces City Hall from 12 to 1. Now, therefore, the Doña Ana County Board of Commissioners does hereby proclaim the 5th of May as National Day of Prayer. Mr. Chairman, a proclamation for your consideration.
Thank you, Mr. Macias. Good morning, Commissioner Solis. Good morning. Mr. Wendler. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Thank you, Chair Sanchez and all the commissioners. It's with great pleasure that we're accepting this proclamation. And it needs to be noted that you all have been extremely supportive throughout the years for this particular proclamation. And as we gather here today, these are all volunteers. We've all observed a number of activities here this morning, and it's a wonderful testimony to the work that you all have been doing to accept all the different groups within our community. And this can only happen because of this thread of unity that we have, this supreme power, the one true God that gives us this freedom. And this wonderful experiment in self-government, you demonstrate and exemplify that spirit that is before us today. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for all of these things before us. And I would like to be so bold as to continue with what Commissioner Chaparro started off with, the first prayer in Congress. And I would like to, in turn, present to you, the commissioners, this photo right here. It's in the archives. in spite of what's happening in our country, we need to be reminded of what has really established this country. And if I may be so bold to read, when the first Congress first met, Mr. Cushing made a motion that it would be open with prayers. It was opposed because we were so divided in religious sentiments. One Episcopalian, some Quakers, some Anabaptists, some Presbyterians, and some Congregationalists, that we could not join in the same act of worship. Mr. Samuel Adams arose and said, quote, he was no bigot, and he could hear a prayer from a gentleman of piety and virtue who was at the same time a friend to his country. He had heard that Mr. Duché served that character, and therefore he moved that Mr. Duché, an Episcopalian clergyman, might be desired to read prayers to the Congress tomorrow morning. The motion was seconded and passed. Accordingly, next morning, Mr. Duché read several prayers in the established form and read the collect for the 7th day of September, which was the 35th Psalm. I never saw a greater effect upon an audience. It seemed as if heaven had ordained that psalm to be read on that morning. After this, Mr. Duché unexpectedly to everyone struck out an extemporary prayer which filled the bosom of every man present. I must confess, I never heard a better prayer or one so well pronounced with such fervor, such ardor, such earnestness and pathos and language so elegant and sublime. He had heard an excellent effect upon everybody there. I must beg you to read that psalm. John Adams in a letter to his wife Abigail, September 16th, 1774. That gives me goosebumps, folks, and I wanted to share that with you. I think everyone should read this and remember what started this wonderful self-experiment in government, and it's a testament to what you're doing to carry that on. Thank you so much. And Ms. Solis, Mr. Garcia, Mr. Renaud, and Bev Courtney, Daniel. Daniel over here is one of those volunteers that wants to stay in the back room of everything. He doesn't like his picture taken, so forgive him on all that. We're trying to coach him a little bit more to take more notice of what is really important, to get out here and take advantage of what God has given to us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Wendler.
I give this to
Yeah.
Mr. Macias. Maybe you can hang that up in your office or someplace, okay?
Thank you.
It's not as fancy frame as it could be, so I apologize for that, okay?
No apologies.
We're all
Thank you.
limited budget as volunteers, okay? Thank
It's
you.
the thought that counts. Don't go too far. Don't go too far.
Thank you very much. Are there any input for the commission? Okay. All right. Well then, Brandy, will you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Ellens?
Yes.
Commissioner Reynolds?
Yes.
Commissioner Chaparro?
Yes.
Vice Chair Murillo?
Yes.
Chair Sanchez?
Yes. That proclamation passes 5-0. Thank you.
Yes. Go ahead, Lynn.
That's right, that's right. The good old days.
Thank you. You know, as we take these pictures, it reminds me of a couple of weeks ago. I was outside and they wanted to get a picture of all of us, and